Hi everyone. So I was planning on making a video earlier this morning for you all and doing a video to showcase some cool stuff, but turns out I'm not going to do that. Well, I'm making a video later and I'm not showcasing cool stuff. I'm showcasing a hardware problem with the ESP32S3. So this might look kind of cool, but it's not. What it's doing is, unfortunately, cycling through lots of different effects on a button press on IO0, even though I'm not pushing the button. So I found a bug with the ESP32S3, at least the S3, where IO0 is pulled low somehow when you are using the I2S peripheral. Doesn't matter where, there's two I2S peripherals, and doesn't matter if you're using peripheral 0 or 1. I'm currently doing a digital read of this IO. So my IO0 has got a pull-up resistor on it. It was a 10K resistor. I've tried a 2K resistor, and I've currently got a 1K pull-up resistor on IO0. Plus I'm telling it in code to be an internal pull-up. And the actual IO is sitting at 1.6 volts because something is trying to pull it down. And it only happens when I play with the I2S stuff. If I put any other code on it, the button works fine. If I just put it into download mode, it works fine. If I erase the flash and have it sit there, it's all fine. The button is pulled up to 3.3 volts. And as soon as I run any I2S code on it, it pulls the IO0 down. And so what's happening is this, it's like it's floating because it's sitting at a level that the button thinks is being pushed, and so it keeps changing the effect. These are a whole bunch of different effects that I've written for FFT to ship on this board. So all of my boards that I've made, this bunch here, and there's a bunch all over my desk, and all of the kits I'm putting together for my light crystal display, I don't know what I'm going to do, because the whole point was to use IO0 as a button to change modes when the device is running, and I can't do it when the FFT is running. If I don't use the FFT and I just make it display fancy effects that aren't generated from audio, so there's some buzzing going outside, then it all works fine. And I can use IO0 to switch modes and everything's great. But the second I use I2S audio, the button, IO0, just gets completely butchered internally inside the chip. It's an internal thing. And I can't find any reference to it anywhere on the internet. And I basically have a whole bunch of hardware that works, but when it's in I2S mode, as in when it's doing an audio reactive mode, the button is no longer usable. And so I've got no other buttons on here. So either I redesign the hardware and add an extra button that's a user button on an IO that isn't IO0, or I ship them without the ability for people to change the visual display when it's in reactive mode, which is so frustrating. So frustrating. Yeah. So like I'm putting kits together at the moment. I've got lots of containers of kits. I've been bunching up a whole bunch of acrylic. There's a bundle of 40 and 41 in every pack, that's 81. Couldn't really get them as clean as I wanted to. Okay, that's really annoying, that effect, whatever that was. I think it thought I did a love heart. Did it think I did a love heart or something with that when I picked it up? I don't know what that effect was. Anyway, and I have got the product page together for it. I've taken photos of the pieces of the kit. I've recorded a video on how to assemble the case. I reprinted all of the cases to be taller so you can fit a battery inside rather than doing the shorter case and then people having to print their own. I just caved and did that. Getting everything ready so I can make these available, and I find this bug that I can't seem to do anything about, and it's doing my head in. It's really frustrating. Yeah. So yeah. If anyone's got any ideas, let me know. But it's not a board. It's like any board I try this on. It's not a hardware issue. It's not a design issue. And seriously, a 1K pull-up on IO0 is still not enough to fight whatever's trying to pull it back down again. And whatever's making it flip, whatever that's keeping it at 1.6, 1.7 volts. Very frustrating. Yeah. I had some other news, some other stuff to talk about. Not really in the headspace for it now after all this. This is 5 hours wasted on this without a solution. So I'll do another video next week and update you on other things like the touch panel stuff that I've been working on, which isn't fully solved, but I'm making progress on it. It's very complex. The chip is extremely complex and frustrating to work with. Really terrible to work with. It'd be nice if Microchip provided an actual example code base, C++ code base for it. They don't, there's nothing. Anyway, yeah, that's all there is for you today. I'm sorry. I didn't think I'd be wrecking my day on this, and I've made some really cool effects that you can't see because they keep cycling. So I'm frustrated, very frustrated. Like 3 days working on audio reactive effects, you know, non-WLED ones, just standalone ones that don't require Wi-Fi, and you now can't cycle between them, so it's super frustrating. That's it. Yep, okay. Thanks for being a supporter. Sorry I've been quiet again. Just been trying to keep my head down and get stuff done. I'll catch you all next week. Hope you have a nice weekend, everyone, and take care. See ya. Bye.